Okay, number 39 is pretty straightforward. Remember, I told you guys that what I want you to do is to be able to naturally see the function and figure out the domain of that function. A couple of things are going to happen. Either that domain excludes one of the bounds or excludes the value between the bounds or doesn't exclude anything. And it's just to get a good habit of trying to figure out what values the function might exclude in the domain. So as we look at tangent of theta, you already know that there's an asymptote at pi over 2. So pi over 2 is our value. That's going to be a problem because there's a discontinuity there. It's an asymptote. It goes towards infinity. So as we set this up, the integral is very straightforward because it's just a rule that you've learned. The antiderivative of tangent of theta is negative natural log cosine of theta, and we're going to evaluate it from 0 to b because remember pi over 2, our upper bound, was our problem. The rest is the same. We set up a limit. Please remember that its limit as b approaches pi over 2. Again, this value that we approach doesn't always have to be infinity or 0. It's whatever value is the discontinuity or or is just whichever value is approaching infinity. In this case, it's pi over 2. As we do that, we get negative natural log of cosine of b as b approaches pi over 2 plus natural log of cosine of 0. Again, this is still my f of b minus my f of a. I'm going to do this step by step. First of all, cosine of b. Since b is approaching pi over 2, cosine of b is approaching 0. And then we're going to look at what happens, obviously, with the natural log of that. Um, but the natural log of 0 approaches negative infinity. The opposite of that would be infinity. And since we have infinity plus natural log of 1, this will obviously diverge.